Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I'm just going to be doing some random VTuber news over here, and if you guys don't know, basically, this is some pretty big stuff. Vshojo is pretty much the #1 biggest VTubing agency, and Ironmouse is probably one of the most reputable, probably well-known, like very, very widespread, maybe not #1, but very up there when it comes to the whole VTubing world. And well, right now, she just made a video 51 minutes ago discussing why she left Vshojo. And of course, there's been a lot of other various big content creators and very, very popular women who have been leaving the actual platform itself, like the big group of it all, and thankfully they are able to go independent right afterwards, but still it's a very scary and daunting thing. But right now, apparently this is some of the bigger drama where I've now been seeing a blind reaction to it all. I just saw my entire Twitter feed blow up about it, as I am slowly becoming a VTuber myself. So if you guys see me normally right now, this is like a rare thing apparently. So subscribe if you guys want to see my future VTubing stuff on the second channel. I don't know why I'm doing this, or my normal viewers, I don't know what's going on, just roll with it. But basically, Ironmouse is leaving, so I'm going to react to this. On top of this, some of the comments are already spicy too as well. If you look through this stuff, $500,000 from charity. Good Lord have mercy. I feel bad. Like, I don't know. Let's go watch this. I'm gonna let her kind of take it away.
Vshojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by Vshojo.
That's right, not good.
With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and also the reason why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from...
I don't even know what else to say. Like, I'm going to let her take it away. You can watch the original video if you don't want my commentary. Bro, there's #1 thing of stealing money. That's bad as is. #2, stealing money from charity. Horrible. #3, this is also, if you guys don't know anything about, like, you know, Ironmouse, just a random viewer of mine, or just randomly shows up here, she has a very serious chronic disability, and that's kind of a good reason why she's able to go and stream in the first place, is because a chance to, you know, have like a somewhat normal life, spending time with friends, interacting with people. Like, it's kind of like a nice ultimatum of like having this character, like the VTubing character, to make sure that she's okay. Like, you know, she can be expressive, she can be a real person. Not that she's not in the first place, you know what I mean, but like having a chance to, you know, just socialize and perform and, you know, do things like concerts, etc., which may not have been able to be done in the first place, you know, just due to her condition. So this is something that she raises money for often. It's a very reputable, like, good cause. It's something very special. So imagine working for a company and they're taking bits of your profit as is in your brand and likeness and making money off of your hard work, especially when you're like a disability like this. And then as well, when you try to go do something good, at the end of the day, they take it away. Like, that alone, this first 30 seconds is nuts.
Vshojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold.
Everything should come out in court docs then.
I will be able to tell you the full story.
But it's best not to do it now, this part.
But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of Vshojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be the first time you were ever watching me.
Maybe even me.
I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was
but she's always
one
seen
of the
wholesome,
last things on my mind.
Good vibe. Like,
I just thought
think
that
deserved.
I would stream to, you know, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime
Dude,
avatar.
That was me like 10 years ago.
And
I was a wolf.
that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while
Respect.
to
OG.
take it seriously, and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join Vshojo, and it was through Vshojo that I was able to grow into the Ironmouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join Vshojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because
for any normal person, basically, if you're indie, that means that you just did it all yourself, like you paid for all the stuff yourself, organized it, like you edit your YouTube videos yourself. Kind of just think a normal content creator. And then when you're corporate, it's more of like almost like an audition. Kind of think like maybe like going for a play, like making a YouTube video in your bedroom versus like then you have like a big performance, people are paying you money for it. I can't think of like maybe an actor versus YouTuber is a good example. So it's a little bit more a step above, like still similar, but step above. They usually then after this corporate stuff will ideally go independent afterwards.
Felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and 1,000,001 other things. But I ultimately decided to join Vshojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving.
You know it must be bad though. This is like their
right
head honcho.
Now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company. And I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. Although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of stress on me to the point where I felt guilt-tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody.
I mean, if you think about it, let's say she's making a few $1,000,000 a year, which I think deserved, like nothing wrong with that. Then you have all these other people in like staff and editors and people making animations, models or whatever. So it does make a lot of sense to be very pressured. Like I feel bad. Like that just makes sense.
And I was destroying everybody's life, but this didn't feel right with me. And I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life. So one amazing thing for me was the fact that Vshojo handled all my payments. And it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information. So that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following 2 subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue, instead of a Tiltify link, it required Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success. So I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done. The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record.
It's like millions of dollars.
But this also meant that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once again asked Vshojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, Vshojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud
this is like unspeakable.
To be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly, which makes people like me more prone to infection. And this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me.
I would be broken too. This is horrible.
I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately, that's not the case. As much as I would like to continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000 from Vshojo. I really wish that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown so much support to me. I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to have a ton of friends joining me.
This is crazy.
And hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.
It is crazy. I don't even know who's going to watch this video. I definitely will have this link down below, so please watch it, watch the ads, etc. I was giving my first impressions of it all. Dude, that is crazy. This is millions of dollars. This is potentially future millions of dollars, and I would probably leave too. Like, I think this is something that deserves support, and this is just crazy. Like, I cannot believe an organization that is as reputable, quote unquote, as even though everyone's leaving, would even consider doing this in the first place. So I give the best wishes to Ironmouse. Good Lord have mercy, I would have never expected this randomly, and I don't even know why I'm in random VTuber gossip videos. Who knows? Good God, I feel so bad for her.